Music complete, 2015. Music is all done. They did it. I can't believe they did it.
It's finito.
It is all done. So this album I think is good. Is it a good New Order album? I don't know. Is it a good album?
Yes.
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 So track by track, Restless I think is kind of weak as an opener. It's sort of a flat line energy wise, but like as a song, I think it's okay. Singularity I like. Great energy and composition. The synths are kind of chunky and the chorus is catchy. Plastic, it feels a bit uninspired and phoned in. I think it's worse than Restless. It's probably one of my least favorites. Tutti Frutti I kind of like. I think the chorus is catchy. It's not a bad tune. The disco and house kind of angle to it doesn't strike me a lot. It's a similar problem that I had with Fine Time off of Technique, where I'm just like, there's elements of it here that I'm just not dialed into, but there's things I like in it. People on the High Line, it's all right, but it's kind of forgettable in the whole of the album, but as a single track, it's fine. Stray Dog, I kind of like it. The instrumental is really good, but Iggy Pop on the vocals, they just cringily clash, and it just kind of ruins it. But like, if I had just an instrumental of Stray Dog, that would be like one of my favorites on the album.
There isn't the version. There is an instrumental version on the single. Comes with an instrumental.
I couldn't find it.
Really?
No, I couldn't. I looked on YouTube and I couldn't find it. But if there is one and I can get a hold of it, then I'm good. Academic is probably my favorite on the album. It reminds me of like the synth rock tracks from Brotherhood. It's just good, catchy composition, and I like the chord work on it. Nothing But a Fool, I really like as well. There's a cool contrast between the verses and the choruses. I think the chorus is really great too. It's really catchy. Unlearn This Hatred, I kind of like. Good synth, catchy elements, but the verses are just a bit instrumentally. The Game is okay, but it's a bit long and it kind of lacks energy overall, kind of similar to Restless. And then Superheated, I sort of like. It's a bit schmaltzy, but I kind of like the breeziness of it. It's an all right pop song, but as a New Order song, it's not fantastic. So all in all, I think this album has a few good highlights and then a good amount of strong moments. And as just like a whole album, I think it's pretty good. Is it a great New Order album? I don't know. Let's defer to Twig.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
So, wow. Okay.
We finally made it.
We finally made it. Music complete. You will hear me say this once. You will hear me say this. This is the only album. This is the only well-crafted album New Order ever made.
Uh-oh.
No skips of. Oh, actually, no. Never mind. Take that back. Superheated exists. That track is.
I know you hate that one.
So take that back, scratch that. Other than that track, it's the best. So when this released I think I heard it in 2016, but it was released in 2015. I was into music because this is when I started really getting into music. I feel like then I dropped out for like a year or so. And then when this released, I heard Tutti Frutti somewhere, and it like blew my mind every way. So I may have some bias to that, but I feel like every single thing on this album has shaped my taste in a way, from like with the more house and electronic leanings to where I am with like what type of electronic music I like now, and the more synth leaning and the ditches of hook. It's just it's fantastic stuff. And if you say any of these tracks is too long, I will come to your house, slap you, because that's not true. Now, on the topic of complete music, aka music complete but 10 out of 10, it's basically just the complete mixes of every track. So you're not getting what is it? It's like it's the original mixes of the long form tracks, and they go into some more sections. And yeah, everyone should hear this if they didn't. Your music complete and improves upon it. I think. So yeah, this album basically is probably the most important album in my life ever. It's an 8 out of 10. Complete Music is a 9.5 out of 10. Yep, that's it.
Bam. There we go.
Oh,
what-
wait. There's one non-album single, I think. I'll just touch on Be a Rebel since I kind of connect this to Music Complete in a way.
mhm.
Even though it's different, it's bad. I don't get the old people hype saying it's New Order are back when this was released. No. Anyway, that's it.
Okay. Big Tony. Music Complete. Are you dying?
This is their second best album, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I can't remember some of the songs here. I mean, Singularity, amazing song. I love that song. Tutti Frutti, uh, it's cool. I mean,
Everybody, if you don't have something nice to say about Tutti Frutti, don't say it and just skip past it. Thank you.
I won't.
Tutti Frutti.
I just love it. It's probably like my favorite song of all time. Okay, People on the High Line. I mean that song sounds just like a song that is playing that could be played in a car commercial or in like a phone commercial, just like super corny and cheesy. Stray
Well,
Dogs.
good.
I mean, just a normal song, just like a 5, maybe 6 out of 10 song, just like nothing special. Stray Dogs, though, I love that song. I mean, I agree with Alex.
I don't mind Iggy's vocals on it at all.
It just
like
like
them.
sounds like one of those albums with I don't know, it just reminds me of one of the albums, but I can't remember which one. I mean, there are a lot of albums with spoken poetry, but one of them sounded like really similar. And I mean, it's kind of annoying, but I can stomach it because the instrumentals are yummy, and they are like so yummy. They're even more yummy than the song by Justin Bieber. So
He sounds like a movie trailer. Sorry.
okay. No, because I just noticed. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so Nothing But Fool, Annalyn, this hatred and the game. I really like both of 3 of these songs. And Superheated, probably my favorite song from the whole album. Really like.
No, are you what?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just a joke. I was just joking. Yeah, the worst song ever. No, like there's just something about this song that's just like so cool. It's I don't know, it's cool. Okay, like Jesus Christ, give me a break, man. Like, okay, what's your problem with with the song? Because I think that I just like wasn't really listening to the things you were saying about it.
Do you
I think that-
do you dislike
yes, I will explain
do you
it.
dislike
I'll explain
Brandon
it.
Flowers in it?
What my issue with it is the production does not mix with the rest of the album. It sounds really sparkly, and I don't know. And I think that the chorus and intro are like disgusting.
Maybe it doesn't fit in the album, but I mean, it's just a cool song, and okay, yeah, that's my thing to say.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, Stray Dogs is like really. I mean, I like the idea of it like being, of like the. I like the fact that Iggy Pop is in this song, and the things that he is doing in the song are really like interesting. But that song like really doesn't fit, like not the instrumentals, but the appearance of Mr. Iggy. Iggy is such a cool name, like top 3 best names of all time. Okay, doesn't matter. Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. All right, Raspberry.
That was beautiful.
Well, I'm actually gonna say I enjoyed Restless. I feel like I'm the first one to say that.
Wow.
Other than Superheated, it's my least favorite too, I think.
Singularity and Classic and Tutti Frutti. I really enjoyed them all.
Yes, Tutti Frutti.
People on a High Line, yeah, kind of iffy there. I thought Stray Dog was interesting. It was spoken word, very unlike New Order, very experimental, especially in their discography. And it doesn't quite land, but I can respect the effort there. Academic, okay. Nothing But a Fool, okay. Unlearn This Hatred and The Game, I felt were pretty, very well done. And then Superheated had to come in with Brandon Flowers. And I do like Brandon Flowers. But the song just feels very out of place compared with the rest of this album, at least in my opinion.
Do you like The Killers?
No.
Okay, Twig.
That's kind of a question for everybody, so it's okay if you can comment it.
Sponge.
Yeah, Raspberry Wolf has taken over this whole thing. I'm just gonna leave.
All right, bye, Alex.
Bye. What do you think, Sponge?
This is what they call a yummy album.
Oh,
I call it yummy because I like it. I like like it more than the other ones. Tutti Frutti and Restless and Stray Dog are just really fun, good electronic with really nice vocals. The last two albums, he's really fixed up his vocals. I think they've always been a bit they've always just been one of the worst parts of the songs. And
I would rather these slightly auto-tuned vocals rather than the awful stuff you got on tracks like Face Up on Low.
Yeah, they are auto-tuned, but they just sound better. And you can tell that since it has kind of escalated. He's a good bassist, and I like some of his stuff, but it just gets way too. And when did he get gone?
who?
Hooky.
After waiting for the sirens.
Yeah, it was 2007, I think, that he left. Something
Yeah,
like that.
yes. It meant Left with Lost Sirens and Music Complete.
Yeah.
And those have been a massive step up from the last two, I think.
Obviously, he's the one that's creating tension in the band. I'm gonna go on my little rant now, if anyone doesn't mind.
Wait, but I wanted to say that I feel like New Order had a perfect opportunity to make a breakup song, and they didn't seize the opportunity, and they should have done it. That's all I wanted to say real quick. Go ahead and...
A completely platonic breakup song.
Yes. Just
Alright,
completely
Peter
lacking
Hook
bass in the song, too.
Pizza Hook rant. Starting now.
Okay.
So, basically, I think this album proves my exact thoughts that were leading up to it, with Peter Hook being the main driving force from this band, truly achieving greatness. Okay, let that set in, older people watching. Now. Now, the reason I think that is because in many interviews he has stated, in his opinion, that he always feels like New Order that he wanted to stay in the new wave and synth pop 80s post-punk type sound. They really wanted to move past that, and that with records like Technique and with even Get Ready, he found to be just unhappy with almost everything that wasn't guitar focused on them. Republic, as he did say, Regret was his last good track he ever made, which is obviously not true, but yeah.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Yes.
What is it? The Peter Hook and the Light, is that the name of his group?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I really do not care about them.
They are.
If I'm not mistaken, I
It's
think
bad.
that they predominantly perform Joy Division tracks and then like
Yep.
movement and Power Corruption and Lies stuff. So if what you're
Yeah,
saying,
which this proves even more.
yeah, so like he definitely leans much more towards that earlier part of his career than latter. So what you're saying kind of fits with that.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think that this album proves that he was definitely holding them back in some sense, because this is a crazy evolution for the band. I think it sounds like nothing like them so far, which I think that in Get Ready, while it's great, it sounds like some stuff before, and same with like Lost Sirens. Yeah, he's no Peter Hook's just the weakest member. And Peter Hook and the Light, or whatever it is, don't ever let your ears listen to that, Alex. Like, I will publicly have to apologize to you for.
Oh,
bringing
it's
up
Peter
here.
Hook and the Light.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the light.
I think
That's
that's
what I
even
said.
Even
If someone
worse.
misheard me, I'm
Well,
sorry. I
everybody's
said
saying like in the chat in the light. I'm like, that's awful. It can't be that
They
bad.
they do sound like a cover band. And then them live with Peter Hook doing the vocals for some New Order
He's just
song
lame
is the
now.
most hilarious thing ever. It's so
Wait, is
funny.
it Peter Hook? Oh, it's Peter Hook and the. Oh,
yeah, it's not in.
It's-
Sorry.
Now I know that I'm not gonna even like listen to it because Peter Hook
Peter
in
and
the
the Hooky
sounds
Boys. I
like a good band, like a really cool band.
The thing is that like Peter Hook isn't really making much original music anymore. He's just
Did
playing.
he ever? I mean, if you think about it,
Oh.
things, no, he didn't. He created new music past, I think.
Like
Low
I,
Life,
I-
like even PCL.
I think that
No,
like
he didn't create new music. Never.
I think that
Damn, he said it.
he did. I think they came out with like an EP, but mostly like Peter Hook and the Light, which is whoever he's touring with. They just play Joy Division and early New Order tracks. That's all they do. And it's still the same tone, the same bass tone every time.
I know. The EP is so bad. Too, by the way, from like 2011. The cover art is so funny too. It's like insanely bad.
Post it. I want to see this so badly. If we're gonna crap. Oh, what the hell?
Oh no!
Since we were talking
Peter
about
Hook.
Baby's first Photoshop job, here's another one. Perfect.
I mean, I know like the Republic
So-
era was bad, but what is this?
Yeah.
I prefer Malays Republic. It's funny.
There's-
It's just shit. It's just bad.
I feel like I need to Photoshop in the woman and the man fighting over the donut.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peter Hooky and the Four Seasons. That would have been a good button. That would have been better.
Could you imagine
Oh my
Peter Hook in like a
Wait,
doo-wop
is that
band?
the album cover for the EP?
That's the album cover.
Featuring Rowetta. Okay.
Rules.
That could save your career.
So
don't know.
did we have everyone talk about Music Complete? Are we done?
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
We have to do electronic.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Extra stuff.
Electronic.
Extra stuff for
Electronic.
whoever has anything to say about. Do we want to do electronic first?
Great,
Yeah,
I'll go
wait,
first.
wait, wait,
Electronics
wait.
first album.
Wait,
Electronic.
wait. With electronic, let's just like bang all three out with one person. Like, do all three and like with one person and go to the next. And then we can just talk about electronic in general.
Twig, you say what you want about electronic, and then we'll have a free for all for electronic.
So, self-titled. Okay, so this is fantastic, and I think that it definitely has some weaker moments here and there, but I think that the back half of the album, like the last stretch of tracks, is fantastic. It seemed like the first A side. This album is fantastic. I don't care. I think like when it goes into the more guitar realm, it just gets boring. I love Pet Shop Boys on this album. Don't even. It's so good.
Hey, Twig.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pee. You keep talking, okay?
Okay, I'll go on to the next album once I'm done too. And then back to the guitar tracks. It's part of my issue with Raise the Pressure. It's just like this moaning on and on, going on and on guitar tracks that feel never ending and so boring and lifeless. So I do not like Raise the Pressure that much at all compared to the self-titled Twisted Tenderness. And then Twisted Tenderness is fantastic. If the self-titled is an 8.5, this is a 9. I think that Make It Happen is the best New Order related thing. It's better than 586 Video 20-minute version. It's just the production and how the song progresses throughout the whole thing is fantastic, and it really is probably one of the best tracks that I'm just like playing like really good headphones because the bass in it's incredible. And just on the topic of electronic in general, I do not care that Johnny Marr does not play guitar that much on any of them except Raise the Pressure, because he's playing the synthesizers, so I don't see what people get so worked up about it. He's adding to the music. Get over that he's not playing guitar 24/7. Okay. That's it.
All right. You know what? I agree with you. I don't care about these albums either.
What? Oh.
I'm kidding. Their debut was pretty good. Although, as you can tell, I'm not really a big fan. It's not because I don't like the songs. It's too electronic for me. It makes me like shiver. I don't like it.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought Twisted Tenderness actually kind of slaps though. Like that whole album.
So wait. You think the self-titled and Twisted Tenderness slap, but Raise the Pressure
No.
do not?
No.
The track Twisted Tenderness.
I think their self-titled and Raise the Pressure are just like average. Okay. I think Twisted Tenderness slaps hard though. Like it's Twisted Tenderness is amazing.
Okay,
their
thank you.
debut is just like okay.
I'm clapping right now if you can't hear. Thank you.
And I agree with, excuse me. I agree with you that Raise the Pressure was just kind of weird. Wasn't bad, but it just was really weird. So, it's still 0 out of 10 because it's just New Order, just with different people.
Okay, wait.
It's New Smiths.
I have 2 questions for Mr. Alex.
I have one answer.
Okay. So I forgot the first question, but the second one was wait, what was my question? Who is what is electronic? Because like I don't know.
It's Bernard Sumner. It's Bernard and Johnny Marr from the Smiths in a band.
Wait, so what does it have? Oh, okay.
It's just those two.
They
released 3 albums. Yeah. No, it's not just New Order.
Yeah, it is. It just has different people, and they decided to call themselves electronic.
It's just Bernard. There's no other people.
Exactly.
So
he's basically New Order.
The second question is...
I'll be happy to have other people answer.
No, because it's for you. Are you still recording this or like no?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still on.
Yeah, if the discussion's still going, we're still recording, dude.
Okay.
If I may comment on electronic, the first album, I haven't listened in a while.
Isn't Soviet your favorite track ever?
No. Where's Getting Away with It?
It's like the 6th or 5th song.
It's not.
It's only on the expanded version.
Oh, okay, because it's not on the.
It's actually it's on every version except like the first couple pressings.
Because I'm on the Rate Your Music and it's not on there.
Yeah, because that's like the original version, but every version after that has it.
Oh man, the original version wasn't inferior then.
Very much so.
I liked Getting Away with It. I can't remember all these tracks. I feel like The Patient of a Saint I liked. There was one that I didn't like. I don't remember if it was Get the Message or something.
This is fantastic. I don't think it is.
I can't remember. Was it the last track, Feel Every Beat, that I didn't like? I don't remember. But yeah,
Feel Every Beat feels very unlike you.
That might be it. I don't know. But I do remember thinking that the first electronic album had a few good songs, but it really lacked Mars' presence. And it's like, if he was...
I know what? He's playing the electronics. Like, he's playing the synths.
True, but like... that wasn't obvious to me. It felt like much cut from the same cloth as New Order, where it's like, I can't tell what's Sumner and what's Marr. The only way I can tell what's Marr is from the guitar lines, because that's what I know him for. So when I...
this is like a genuine question, but do you need to know what every member is doing at every exact moment?
When it's when it's a super group, yeah.
That sounds so passive aggressive. I love it.
When it's a super group to some degree, because otherwise, like, because I would expect, like, as I hear this come together, it's like, okay, Bernard's stuff from New Order, I know what that's all about. Mars stuff from whatever he's, pulling from at that moment in 1991, sure, boom, put it together. And then I didn't feel like I got that until Twisted Tenderness, and then I'm like, okay, I can kind of very easily tell each member's contributions in this case. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raise the Pressure is like a black hole in my mind.
Yeah, it is still for me, even though I've heard it
I know, like, at the time I listened to it, I was sort of like burnt out. Like, I think that, like, I was dealing with, like, life stuff at the time, and, like, I just didn't really have the energy to put into YouTube things, and so I kind of, like, reacted to it, sort of phoned in, unfortunately, which happens sometimes. I mean, we're all human, but at the same time, it's like, this album, just, there was maybe one song, maybe it was For You, I can't remember, where I was just like, oh, it's good, and everything else, I'm like, no, I just don't think this is just like inferior versions of whatever these people were doing in other projects. And then Twisted Tenderness, dude, I remember when you had me listen to Make It Happen, I'm like, this is a bop and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then
it's cool that I think the Chemical Brothers produced that track, if I'm not wrong, maybe.
Was it Vivid that had the harmonica on it?
Yeah,
also,
Vivid's nice.
Also a bop. It's such a good, like, rock dance album.
It fuses. I think it fuses. It's technique, but actually technically good.
Yeah, I could agree with that. And because it's a super group, because it's a different group, I don't have to view it within the lens of New Order or the lens of whatever Marr has been a part of. It's like, it's its own thing, and I can enjoy it on that level. So I like Twisted Tenderness in that regard, and I think it's their best album.
And that's kind of what I mean by, like, I'm not a big fan of their debut, because that just feels a little bit too New Order for me. And then what was the next one called? I literally don't care.
Raise the Pressure.
Raise the Pressure. That was just weird, like, from them. And yeah, Twisted Tenderness, it finally hits that sweet balance that they've been looking for. And then it was their last album, which kind of stunk.
Yeah, I would have loved to see them do more.
Yeah, especially how good it was, but I don't know. I feel like it was released in '99, I think, and they just sort of. They're very 90s. I don't think they could have progressed past that.
Yeah, and, like, I feel like Bernard was probably, like, swinging more back towards New Order at that time with Get Ready.
Mm-hmm.
So his attention was just elsewhere. But
yep.
Any other side projects? I know you want to talk about B Music, right?
Wait, did Sponge talk about, or Mike No, I mean, what does Sponge talk about?
I was peeing. Did you talk about electronic sponge?
No, but I got nothing to say.
Have you,
Okay.
Either okay?
I put my ratings like a couple minutes ago,
Okay.
but I've got nothing really else to say. But
Rasputin, scary.
I feel very closely to your ratings, although I'd put Raise the Pressure at like a 4.
fair enough.
I don't vibe.
I quite like the weirdness of it.
Rasputin. Okay. So B Music. What is B Music? I don't know what it is.
B Music. It's basically New Order's. It's New Order's producing name.
Oh. So it's not
So
really
New
not
Order-
really them making music. It's just them producing.
Nope. Well, yeah, technically, because there is some. There's a couple new. I think there's a couple New Order songs in B Music, like the 20-minute 5/8/6 Acid House version. But what I mainly like it's probably one of the best produced pieces of music I've ever heard of. It's called New Order Presents B Music, and it's post-punk that's not boring, constantly exciting. Every track is by a different artist, and mostly there's a couple that are the same, but only two, I think. And yeah, you just gotta hear it at some point. It's not, you don't treat it as a New Order album. Treat it as a New Order. Just treat it in the same world. And if we're counting every release in the same world, it's the best thing in the New Order world.
And it's just like a handful of different artists stuff.
I think that there's, here, I'll send the link. It's a ton of artists. It's like a 3-hour album, I think.
Has anyone else here heard any of B Music
Sponge
stuff?
has.
Sponge has?
I've heard a little bit of it, but I just remember it featured a lot of different artists, and it wasn't really like pop music. I think I listened to like an abstract ambient song. I don't remember what it was
Yeah,
called.
it's very, it goes into very different types of styles. Yeah, and they have, there's two B Music albums, and then there's 2 compilations, but the 2 compilations all basically consist of new material.
Okay.
So it's kind of confusing.
So you've heard this, Sponge?
A little bit, not much. I remember liking it, but it was strange because I'm not really used to having all that. It kind of gave me a headache because it was one different genre to another different genre, yet still being kind of similar.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's better to treat it as it is, like it's a New Order doing tons of producing work for some awesome post-punk bands. It's just super interesting and constant. Every track is just constantly exciting to me.
Is it on Spotify at all, or do you have to go elsewhere?
No, you can get on Music B, or yeah, you can just download it from like SoulSeek or something.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, you should probably take that. Yeah, and then you have Food Bar, right? So you can just go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get Music Beats better, but if you want to stay with Food Bar, that's fine.
Well, it's either like if it's on Spotify or YouTube, easy. If it's not, I have my ways.
Right.
Okay. Is there anything else that anyone wants to comment on as far as like?
One more thing.
Okay. What do you got?
Whoa! Here we go.
I want to hear
Just some live albums.
Okay.
So there's the BBC Radio 1 Live in Concert, which was recorded in 87, released in 92. Bad. There's an awful version of Sister Ray by the Velvet Underground here. Don't ever want to hear that again.
Do you like Sister Ray from the Velvet Underground?
Of course I do.
Okay, good, because it is one of those one of those songs that everyone thinks they should cover, and it's usually not a good idea.
It just gets progressively better and better for me. The Sister Ray,
Yeah.
throughout the 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I like the noisy sections. And then we have In Sessions, released in 2004. Actually, they make some Joy Division tracks interesting on here. Not even gonna lie. They make
Atmosphere.
them. They lift like atmosphere from a 0.5 to a 1 here.
Wow. How could
Yep.
they?
And then we have Live at the London Troxy. Basic Order Live show from the 2010s, and then there's Festival 2012. Same exact type of thing as the one right before it.
That's
And
weird.
there's
That's
N-
weird to see Elegia as track 1 and then Crafty as track 4.
Oh, it's bizarre.
That's
yeah,
a
but
weird dissonance there.
their track sets, their sets this time are all over the place. And then we have NOMC 15. Best New Order live album by far. Includes tons of music complete type stuff, while also progressing into what they play live now with a lot of extended jams stuff. Fantastic. And there's Egypt. I'll post this one because I don't know how to say it. Right there. This is when they went on tour. There's a great music documentary about it. It's when they went on tour with like a synthesizer orchestra.
Hmm.
Some of the videos for this era are insanely awesome, and you should check them out. And then lastly, for live, we have Education Entertainment, which is released recently.
Yeah, May.
Triple album. This one actually is really nice because
This was recorded in
there's a song-
2018, right?
yes,
Yeah, it's old.
it has this version of Bizarre Love Triangle that's just called BLT. It's really good. It improves on the original Bizarre Love Triangle a lot, and I've listened to that a lot actually. And other than that, it's just the stuff that they end. I hate how when all their sets, after doing like a ton of electronic and like mixing and jams, they just bring it down with Joy Division. And the ending for this album is no exception, and I think that it's awful. And that's all I have. Wait, no, there's one more thing I want to say.
Okay.
They released a DJ mix in 2002 that has like Captain Beefheart and like a ton of weird stuff. Final Screen, and see Elliot, the Velvet Underground, Doves, Roxy Music, Cat Stevens, Donna Summer, Can. It has a ton of weird stuff mixed together, and it's fantastic.
Mushroom. What a DJ mix? What does this mean?
They released a DJ mix.
So they DJ'd these songs?
They mixed them.
Weird.
It's pretty cool, actually.
It's really nice. I
Cat
recommend
Stevens, Velvet Underground, Captain Beefheart, Can, all on
Donna
one
Summer.
album.
Yeah,
Giorgio, Roxy Music. Dang.
yeah,
The more you
I thought
know.
you hated Cat Stevens.
I do too. But he makes Cat Stevens into drum and bass.
Twi-
What?
Twig, what's your favorite folk artist?
Folk artist?
Yeah.
Well, I did. You're gonna be really happy, Alex.
Okay, what is it? Who is it?
Guess what I've made bump to a 10?
Nick Drake?
Bridge Over Troubled Waters.
Yes! That's actually the last thing I expected. I wanted to say that, but I didn't.
Yeah. And then, but I'd say that my favorite artist, basic pick. Well, actually, no. Let me find it. Hold on, I'm going through my spreadsheets right now of my favorite artists. I would have to say, if it counts, Natural Snow Buildings.
Okay. That's
That
fine.
doesn't count.
Kind of.
Yes, it does.
Nah, that doesn't
It's
count.
like drone.
Wait.
It counts.
Hello, can I say something, please?
Yes.
I've been talking forever.
Okay, so I was gone, so I don't know what you guys talked about, but I was playing with Fox. I just wanted to say that I like sampled the self-titled electronic, and it sounds amazing. I mean, like, it sounds so cool. Like, I will probably listen to all of the 3 albums today, because it sounds like something that I would listen to.
Oh, you haven't heard any electronic before?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
You didn't
And
hear
I'm in a vibe
You're gonna love
like
it.
so cool 80s electronic, like synth pop.
Oh,
So
did
this
you
song-
did you hear Getting Away with It yet?
what?
The song.
Oh yeah, I see that it's like a big hit. I mean, I sampled all of the songs from the self-titled like really quickly.
Oh, cool.
yeah. I think the first and the third album are definitely worth checking out.
The second one,
is a mega poopy.
The second one is a poopy.
Yep.
I mean,
Well,
I don't know.
except for the like polyandric beat type stuff. But, yeah,
The third one is the lowest on Retro Music.
that's such
But
a
not-
no. Don't go by that. Don't.
None of them have like really high ratings. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think people like stopped being interested in them like album to album, so they didn't think to check out the third, but the third is like arguably the best in my opinion.
Yeah.
Agree.
So only the people who
Yes.
didn't like the people who liked electronic didn't listen to Twisted Tenderness because they were like, I don't know, that
Yeah.
story doesn't make any sense.
People who didn't like the second one didn't listen to the third, and that was a crime.
The second one's a big turnoff. I mean, even the opening song, what
You know, I
Forbidden
still kind
City.
of like it. I still like it, but yeah,
It's just
it's
boring.
certain. It's better than any '80s New Order album.
Yeah. Sure. Whatever.
I mean, I do like Technique a lot. It's pro.
If Technique didn't have the same guitar, but if Technique didn't have the same guitar songs repeated 5 times during its runtime, then I would say yes.
You're totally right, actually, about that.
Bro,
Everything else is fine.
you are
It's like a
wrong,
guitar
though, bro.
song.
I do prefer the New Order more electronic sound, but I am not the biggest like hater of the more rock and more pop stuff, and you know the things that they were doing. And so yeah, I mean, I do like some songs from the first album, from Movement, and the album is like 100% post-punk. It's like what was the second album? I think it was Low Life.
Low Life is the
And that's-
third.
Second's Power Correction Lies.
Yeah.
What? Really?
Movements first.
Movement,
Okay.
PCL, and then Low Life.
The okay, so it doesn't matter because the thing that I was trying to say now doesn't even make any sense. So because like I think that Low Life is less electronic than Power Corruption Lies
Sure.
in some ways? Question mark?
A little bit.
Like, yeah, and like I think that the songs on the more electronic songs on Power Corruption Lies are more remarkable than on Low Life, in my humble personal opinion, of course. You know.
Yeah, I forgot that Big Tony wasn't here during the first session, so he hasn't weighed in on the early albums.
Yeah, but I mean, I was there, but I wasn't in the voice chat because I was
That's
like
right.
half-
That's right.
half in the chat and half watching Eternal Sunshine of Spotless Mind with my mom.
Which, you know, that's probably better than being on the Discord, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean that's probably my favorite movie of all time at last. Like,
That's a good one, man. Charlie Kaufman.
yeah,
Good stuff.
Charlie Kaufman. Yeah,
So,
he's a
Yep.
nice grandpa.
Have we completed New Order? Is that the end?
Oh my god.
I think finally
This is
but they were a
good.
country band. They were a better country band, and then they became like this synth pop garbage, and
Yeah,
now they suck.
like way back in the Warsaw days, they didn't realize they were a country band and tried to do punk, and since then they've been living a lie.
Yeah, it's awful.
They should just stick to like ancient war chants.
Yeah, New
They were
Order has
definitely-
been lying to themselves for decades.
It's
Wait,
disgusting.
Idiots,
Despicable.
absolute idiots.
Did they release any EPs or albums under the Warsaw name?
Yes, oh my god, the Warsaw stuff is so good.
What? Really?
Yes.
That's like
You didn't know
really-
about this?
I mean, I know
Warsaw
that
is fantastic.
Warsaw because like I live
It's
in
Joy
Warsaw.
Division. It's Joy Division, but they're
Oh.
actually doing interesting material.
Oh man.
There we go.
Joy Division are good, bro. Your opinion is wrong. I am right. My name is Ebo.
I miss Joy Division's cover of Danger Zone. You know, when they did that was really good.
Joy Division's cover of that big Garth Brooks #1 hit, whatever it's called. That was great.
Brooks? What the hell?
Let me see.
Garth Brooks.
Man,
Let's
Joy
look this up
Division
real
cover-
quick. Oh, his
Like, Joy
his
Division-
Wikipedia picture is god awful.
Friends in Low Places.
Yes,
Wait,
that
that's the
exact
Wikipedia.
one. I'm so glad that you brought that up.
Wikipedia.
Wait, is that me? Oh man, I
Alex,
think that is me
Wikipedia.
actually on the cover. Oh, that's
This-
that's
this-
not
so
funny.
that's-
actually.
So that's why I find it weird
That,
that when they
that's not
decide to
funny
do
because it is true.
Well, the best Joy Division cover is definitely when they covered Beethoven's Sixth Symphony. That's probably his best.
I just found it weird that one time when Peter Hook he wanted to he wanted to sing on. I'm done. I didn't need to say anything else. did I?
yeah, we're done. We don't even know why we're still going. We're just in the weeds at this point.
Overall, New Order existed. There we go.
Yeah, they existed and they made music.
Yeah, that fucking
Monday.
trash, bro. I ain't
good.
listening to them anymore.
I can't wait till we get to I can't wait till we get to the Bieber discussion. That's real music.
Oh, I
Okay,
can't.
but honestly, Journals is a good album.
Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. It's been real good. We'll catch you in the next discussion.
Alright. Bye, Evo.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye. Keep all this in,
Ebo.
please. Everything.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. It's been a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It has been. Thank you.
Yeah.
I am going to split and get all this stuff ready to start editing, and hopefully I'll
Thank you,
get.
goodbye.
Hopefully
It was a
I.
great time here. I'm going back to playing with my dog.
Okay. Enjoy
Alright,
listening
have
to
fun
Whitney
with dog.
Houston songs in the distance.
All right.
Okay.
So, Alex, are you like
Yes.
officially done with?
I mean,
80s?
now it's like some weird, like rock pop. Like,
Am I officially done with what, Raspberry?
Like 80s music, because
Please,
quite
please say
frankly,
yes.
it seems like you do a lot of that.
Not entirely, because like I'm gonna do The Cure after Modest Mouse, and then I still have Depeche Mode and
yeah. waiting for
which we
the
still
fucking
haven't
song.
figured out which albums we need to do, so I need to discuss that in like the Discord,
Yeah.
because we got close,
Bye,
but
later.
we got close to figuring out which ones I should do, but we didn't fully finalize it.
Everything from Construction Time Again to Exciter. Do I need to repeat it? What Torm Home?
No, he can,
Okay.
he can skip.
I said
He
it
can
already
skip.
like 4 times. Actually,
Wow.
He can skip. He can skip a broken frame in construction time again. The speak and
I mean-
spell he needs to do.
Well, I was
Speak and
just
spell
gonna
test.
throw my
maybe
hat
like
there.
so maybe like you can do everything from
Everything.
Time Again. You can do just everything, okay? Like every single album. Okay, you should do a Kanye West binge, and that's Yeah.
Okay, I'd actually enjoy that too.
That's been the meme for a little while, and I can't tell if it's a meme or an actual
It's
thing.
not a meme.
No,
His
it's actually
discography is
good.
incredible.
He's really good.
Yeah, you should, because I mean lately I'm really obsessed with his music, and that's not really healthy for me, but I mean, you know,
I'm not against it.
like yeah,
I'm not.
it's like
I'm not against it.
the worst drugs possible, like the most unhealthy drugs possible.
I did figure out REM. I put that on the schedule, and recently I've been.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you put,
You're so glad.
I'm so
What?
glad you put Lana there, Alex. Thank you.
What did I do?
You put Lana there.
Oh yeah, I did
But
put
rap-
Lana on there. I want to do Lana Del Rey, her music, not her as a person.
I
But
don't know.
Wow.
I have wanted to like get into her albums, and so I'm like, no, I'm put that on
Have you
there.
heard anything by her?
You
yet?
recorded
Just
that?
like a couple songs. But
Wait, so are you still recording?
yeah, well, this isn't going to be in the video because I already said bye, and then I'll do a little thing at the end. But so I have REM on there, and
Alex, you're cancelled.
I'm canceled. No, man, everyone else agrees. I've wanted like I've kind of leaned towards like doing more rather than less. So like when I put REM on, there was like a couple albums that people were like, you can do it or not, and I'm like, I'll just throw it in.
Did you put Adventures in Hi-Fi on?
Probably, but
For REM?
let me look real quick.
If you didn't, I will murder you.
Let me see.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's new.
Quite the escalation.
REM.
Yeah, Toy, jeez, no need to go that far.
No, I'm scared.
It's not on there.
I'm just kidding. Put it.
What? When did that come out? When was that
That
one?
came after. The big one.
Oh, that was 96.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Automatic for the People is the last one I have. So, you know what?
That should not.
I'll just throw that in. Here's.
Awesome.
I'm not gonna edit out the poll albums, but here's what I have. So there's a couple.
REM are like so boring. Jesus.
They are.
As albums, they have like, I mean, the one, I think Document was the one that I like, and Automatic for the People were the only ones that I like. I will listen to a lot
Sorry,
of their albums recently, and I was a big REM fan when I was like 1 because I was dumb. But now I'm like old, so now I know everything about life, and I can say that REM are like not that amazing. I mean, my
I'm gonna
uncle
add boss right now.
gave me the what is it called? The no. I don't know this piece. Okay. So yeah, man, I love REM. They're so good. No, I got like from my uncle the best. Oh yeah, the best of REM. In time compilation on vinyl, and I just like re-listen to all of them, to this whole vinyl, and then I re-listen to like almost all of the discography, like the most popular ones.
I think that I think
Wait.
Reckoning and New Adventures in Hi-Fi are both fantastic albums. The rest, Murmur's good, and I like the EP.
Twig, do you like
Yeah,
my selection for Sonic Youth?
No,
You wish I was doing everything.
no. As you realize, don't have Sonic Youth in my top 100 bands. No, not top 5. I'd say 50 anymore.
But is this
Wait, so
a
which-
good like
I would
primer?
Okay, me, I would include the self-titled. And
I don't remember which is Bad Moon Rising. What number?
3.
3. Okay.
I'm rising.
And then I would also add the solo album by Thurston Moore, Psychic Hearts. And then also Murray Street.
Wait, so which album is your favorite by them?
I have Psychic Hearts by Thurston Moore out of 10.
Interessante. I mean, I get it. Like you are not a big fan of it right now, because like it was like your favorite band, I think, for some time.
Over
And
10
you
years.
listen to something for like so long, you're like,
Actually, less than 10 years.
What-
yeah, I want something new. I'm just kind of sick of it.
What is Psychic Hearts? What are you talking about?
Thurston Moore. Solo album. That's Sonic Youth related thing.
Thurston
I'll post it.
Moore. Psychic Hearts 95?
Yep.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Interesting.
Sick Vic.
I don't mean to interrupt. I'm on my way out, but I was just about to ask Alex real quick, like, where would we put our suggestions for bands, or do we just like tell you directly?
Probably directly, like in the YouTube channel chat.
Just ping him, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about right here?
like I kind of go like big and then small, so like people recommending bands gets my attention more so than like, hey, do this album by this person. So like if someone has like, if it's like a very like one-off type of album where it's like maybe it's a good example for the rest of the binge, but it doesn't need to be in the binge, if that makes sense, then like that could be a good poll album, maybe, or like a live album reaction I do. But like, if it's like, here's a band that's good to do from this point to this point, then just recommending the band might be good, and then figuring out which albums I should include is part of it. That's kind of how I like split the two things, is like albums that are good to do on their own as maybe like either a one-hit wonder band or a band where it's like, here's a good sampler for the rest of their stuff and you can do their stuff as its own binge, versus here's a band and here's what you should do for the band, if that makes any
You
sense.
should do.
All right. Okay, I have a suggestion then, real quick.
Okay.
Just
Okay, me
give me a
too.
moment. I think me and Twig have actually spoken about them a few times, but they have more than one hit. A Flock of Seagulls.
Gosh.
Have you heard of them?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Why?
No.
Oh no.
Wait,
Oh,
who?
okay. Sponge is not a fan then. There we go. All right. Flock of Seagulls. They sing "I Ran." They also sing "Wishing If I Had a Photograph of You."
I'm familiar. Their first album was kind of their big one, right?
Album, their debut
Yes.
album, their weakest, I think.
There
It's still
was
good.
yeah. I like their debut. I thought their fourth
Oh,
album was the
oh.
weakest,
This is a
but
story of a young heart. Is 10 out of 10.
there we go. That's one thing. That's literally the only thing me and Twig have ever agreed on, ever. And I mean that. Their third album,
Wait,
The Story of a
what?
Young Heart, is perfect. So you could literally do just albums, their first, second, and third.
Okay.
The rest exists, I guess.
No, the rest are good.
Well, yeah, they're good, but I mean, they kind of fall off hard.
Are they
Um,
among those like new wave bands where it's like they're considered one-hit wonders, but if you actually dive into their discography, they've got a lot of great stuff?
Yeah,
Ah, so dumb.
they've been in the charts multiple times, but then it's like,
Hate.
I Ran overshadowed everything else they've ever made, and
Right.
yeah,
Space
it's
Age
kinda
Love
like-
Song, all that.
And then
Mhm.
my suggestion would be to bring some pop into the mix and do Madonna.
I have one Madonna album in my miscellaneous
What?
albums.
Ray of Light.
I have Ray of Light in my poll album list.
Uh-huh. Let me show you which one you should do.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, I'd love to hear Madonna album reviews.
Please, I would love that
Yeah.
so much.
I mean, every single Madonna album and like every
You should do
single
every Miles Davis album, like 8,000.
every single Leonard Cohen album.
Every
Feels like
single Blondie album.
so like now with
Blondie's
that.
discography is so good. Even
Yeah,
past the 80s, I think it even is so good.
Bull of Heaven for the next 5
Yes.
years.
Okay, but I've gotten 84 albums in. That's impressive.
Oh, what? Whoa.
How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
Okay.
See, the question is like, will people watch this?
Oh my god,
I don't
have you
think
seen
so.
Madonna albums reactions on YouTube? They get so many views.
Do they?
But like,
Yeah,
not
it's like a whole
really
subgenre.
I wouldn't have expected that.
There's a whole
Wait,
Madonna side
music.
on YouTube.
What is music?
I don't know,
The
man.
album
Oh, okay, it's not.
Music makes the people come together.
You don't
Yeah.
have to sing, okay? Please, please don't.
Anyway, I'm gonna go.
Oh, this is interesting.
Are we all going?
I have added Flock of Seagulls and Madonna to my list of artists to figure out.
Oh,
I'm angry now.
Why?
I don't like Flock of Seagulls, and I don't like seeing other people.
It's
And
okay.
you're not
It'd
allowed
just
to
be like
hate.
it'd just be a few albums, man.
Nah. I'm angry.
That's the thing is everyone has like a set of albums I'm doing that people are just like and then they're excited about the next thing, and then a group of people are like
I'm probably still gonna watch that video too. I could still watch the video.
Well, thank
if
you.
I could withstand both Joy Division albums starting the Alex Haitz music journey, then I think that you can stand the 3 Flock of Seagulls albums.
Even though you were subscribed to me before I did music reactions, which is just so insane
Yeah,
to
I
me.
know.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a subscriber since 2016 or 15.
Waiting for the
It's deep lore.
reactions or like what? Because
Yeah, I'm
seen
part of the Alex
more-
Haitz for including
Alex's
Doobie.
What
movie reactions.
what was it that you found that you like the first video of mine that you found? I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I'll find it.
What was it?
I'll find it.
Was it the mobile gaming is a dystopian wasteland? That's 2 years ago. Was
No.
it the Life is Strange?
Hold on.
Those were good. I actually started like a video editing project to do all of the highlights from the Life is Strange streams, and I still haven't finished it, but I should. BuzzFeed, the BuzzFeed video.
BuzzFeed. Was it? Oh, why not this one? This is the best Alex Hyde's video. I gotta say.
It's so funny when you're like, oh, that's my Snapchat.
I still use that mouse. I'm using it right now.
It's
such a
that
good-
was a elite video.
It's such a good mouse, and I'm still using the same keyboard too from the same time.
That's the most elite video.
You can hear it right now.
Whoa!
There it is. It exists. All right, I'm gonna
Anyway,
go.
I think that we should all be heading off.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Inside.
I
Yeah.
need to go to bed.
Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for the good
Hey
discussion.
guys.
It was good.
Au revoir.
Bye.
Fairly well. And that concludes the new order discussion. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This one was kind of crazy compared to the first session, but you know, as you do. I don't know what the next one will be. Maybe Pavement, whatever I did after New Order, but we'll see. I have a third kid coming, so that might put a damper on things. But until next time, everyone, Godspeed.